Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Leah, and this is Wine Forecaster.
Usually we're in the Finger Lakes, but today we decided to do something a little different. We have a part on our wine blog that has room for other wines because we don't always drink Finger Lakes wines. And this time we grabbed a wine by a company or label Noble Vines. Noble Vines does these unique wines where they're kind of taking clones from popular varietals like Cabernet, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, and today Pinot Noir, and they kind of put an emphasis on that particular clone. This is 667, which is a more recent Dijon French Pinot Noir clone, which means it's a particular type of Pinot Noir grape. They they can kind of what's the right word? They put the two. They clone.
They graft.
They grafted. That was what I was saying.
Yeah. They bring them over, and there's a whole story with that in mind.
But they graft
to California initially.
They can graft different select types of clones and create different clones from that, just to kind of bring out different types of flavors. The 667 is a little more robust flavor. But anyhow, so this is Noble Vines, and their wine label is pretty straightforward. It says 667 on it. Pinot Noir, this is a 2011. Noble Vines is from Monterey, California. So.
Definitely not in the Finger Lakes.
Yeah. So, although Finger Lakes are known fairly well for Pinot Noir. Well, they're not really known yet, I think, for Pinot Noir.
They're starting to work on that. I mean, it's a fickle grape, and anybody who works on Pinot Noir in California would tell you that too. That it's
it
a
can be
tough
frustrating.
grape.
Yeah,
for sure.
I love Pinot Noir.
I would say upstate New York weather is fickle too.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's kind of like a muted, almost like a purple.
When you hold it up with a white background, it gives you a little bit more of a maybe like a darker cherry color. The 667, actually this is not entirely 667. They actually blended a different clone called 115 with it, just to give it a little bit more aromatic, a little bit more of a fruity flavor to it.
And they usually make wines with two or more of the different clones, if they're doing Dijon clones, because if you just do one grape, it's just very unidimensional. At least from what we understand, the winemakers always try to blend them to bring out the best of the varietal itself, not necessarily the particular grape.
One thing that's nice about Pinot Noir is it really reflects the ground that it was grown in. And this does just that. It has a lot of dirt component to it.
Very mild on the nose for me. You definitely get some fruit in there, but
not a lot of pepper.
Yeah, I don't get a lot of pepper with it. I want to say almost a raspberry, but very muted. I bet if we had this open for longer, we'd probably get a little bit more of a nose out of this.
Now this is a blend of French and American oak, which is more expensive to do that. I mean, when you're using French oak, you got to buy the oak barrels, and that's pretty expensive. And perhaps sometime in the future we'll see more of that in the Finger Lakes, where they're using better quality barrels, and it just requires a lot more money.
So almost a little bit smoky. It continues to change a little bit, especially in the aftertaste. The forefront is, the mouth is very fruity, but it also has kind of a smoky
Can you see how there's a little bit of tannin?
Yeah, it's not overbearing by any means.
That's the 667, and if you didn't put the 115 in with it, the tannin would probably feel a lot more overbearing.
Okay.
Now, Pinot Noir it's being a very fragile wine, and really reflecting a lot of the ground character goes quite well with particular types of food. And you actually paired something today that I think is going to go dynamite.
Yeah, I just want to say one other thing about the tasting note. While I have it in my brain, I just had the elation that it's beets for me. Sweet beets. That's what I get in the forefront. So I broiled some scallops that are wrapped in uncured applewood smoked peppered bacon. Sounds good, doesn't it? Have a little bit of asparagus. We have more upstairs, and then I made some homemade dairy-free pesto with sun-dried tomatoes and basil.
It's scallops and or bacon, and scallops wrapped in bacon. Perfect with Pinot Noir.
We hope.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Probably good with anything.
Typical party food or appetizer. Very easy to make.
And gluten-free.
Gluten-free. 10 minutes from prep to finish.
Do you have that recipe? Or what did you do? Just kind of know that off the top of your head, or?
Well, there's a ton of different things online, but basically you just put your oven to broil, wrap your scallops in bacon, put them in, flip them once or twice just to make sure that the bacon, browns enough and or doesn't burn, and you're good to go. Certainly you can put different butters and stuff like that on it, but to be honest, there's enough fat, if you will, on there, so that goes extremely well.
That's great.
And you could even do a Pinot that has a little bit more tannin, just because there's a lot of pepper to this bacon. You probably could.
I saw an interesting review that a sommelier did on a bacon-wrapped scallop with a honey mustard. And he actually paired it with a Gewürztraminer because he found that the honey mustard, this needed to be balanced out by the sweetness of the Gewürz.
That would make sense. I would not put a mustard with a red wine. That just wouldn't go. But you know what? I actually looked up pairings, and there were actually, they even talk about champagne and Chardonnays and Rieslings with bacon wrapped scallops. So that would certainly be something to try sometime, just to see. We love Pinot. Be honest, we really do.
Yeah, our wine cellar,
especially California Pinot.
Yeah, or Oregon Pinot Noir.
Yeah.
We probably, I don't know, a lot of our wine cellars fill with Pinot, but that's okay. I kind of think we've kind of both gotten away from saying that, we just like, we like good wine.
Exactly.
So, but certainly our background, a lot of our experience was in Pinot, and that's kind of like what got us into wine to begin with. And, we live here in the Finger Lakes, and it'd be great to see what happened with the Pinot land of California and Oregon here, with maybe Riesling or Pinot Noir here in the Finger Lakes. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, we're going to try something a little different. Both of us are pretty hungry. It's getting a little late in the evening, so we're going to go have dinner, and then we're actually going to come back and do a second review later today on it's a surprise, so something different and something that maybe you haven't tried. Neither of us have tried this. This will be kind of cool. Right,
yeah.
So we'll give you a little hint. It's got to do with dessert. So check back. It's going to be the next video up. So
That's a good tease.
It's a good tease. So, all right, I'm David.
And I'm Leah, and this is Wine Forecaster.
See you in a
minute.
minute.
For joining us.